Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Cooking with Some Friends. I was out in the rain a little bit ago and my hair is like, didn't like it. Anyway, Easter is getting closer, and one of the things I think of when I think of Easter desserts is carrot cake. And so tonight, I'm not gonna make a whole carrot cake for our dessert, but I thought I'd make some carrot cake bars. So I've sprayed my 8x8. My oven is preheating to 350, and I'm gonna mix my dry ingredients, then my wet, then mix them together. And this will have a cream cheese icing on it, so they're really good. But in my bowl, I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and to that I want to add my teaspoon of baking powder and my ½ teaspoon of soda. I have a little over a ½ teaspoon of cinnamon because I like the cinnamon flavor. So just use it maybe heaping ½ teaspoon, and a ¼ teaspoon of nutmeg and a ¼ teaspoon of salt. I left those out so I wouldn't forget them. So I'm gonna whisk those together and then set this aside while I whisk my other ingredients. And then I'll mix the two. Okay, so in this bowl, I wanna whisk my eggs, which I have 2 eggs at room temperature. And I have a ½ cup of vegetable oil. I'm gonna put in 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then I have 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. So I wanna whisk these together. This is so simple. And normally when I make a full carrot cake, you use pineapple and coconut and all of those, but my husband doesn't like coconut, so this kind of is more along what he likes. Okay, so now I'm going to gradually add my dry ingredients to my wet. You hate a messy kitchen. It'd be nice if I had somebody to follow around, that would follow me around and just kind of clean up after me. My husband does it after I make supper, but he's not up here now to do that, so. I suppose you could even put some raisins in this if that's something you like. I'm just not gonna do that. My whisk, and then I'm going to put in 1 cup. Let me finish this so you can hear me. I'm going to go ahead and fold in 1 cup of shredded carrots, and we went ahead and blanched and froze our carrots the other day. So our chopper, we used it to slice the carrots, but then we went ahead and used it to shred up about 1 cup of carrots that I was going to need, and I have a little over 1 cup in my bowl. And at this point you could also add a ½ cup of chopped pecans if you want to too, and I'm going to do that, but that is totally optional. If you have people that don't want pecans or can't have them, then don't add them. Just adds a little more flavor. Just want to fold those in, put this in my pan, put it in my 350-degree oven. I'm going to bake it until a toothpick comes out clean, and that really is going to take it, usually for me it's about 25 minutes, but it may take a little longer, 30 minutes, just depending on your oven itself. Okay. And my cream cheese icing, I'll use cream cheese and butter, vanilla, and powdered sugar, and that's all there is to the icing. You can add a little bit of milk to it if it's too thick. But we'll do that when our cake is completely, our bars are completely cooled. Okay, we'll get our carrot cake bars in the oven. Okay, for our carrot cake bars, the icing, I'm cutting it in half because we just don't need that much icing. But I'm using 4 ounces of softened cream cheese and a 1/4 cup of butter that I'm going to cream together. Then I'm going to add about a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and 1 cup of powdered sugar. So cream those well. You want to make sure your carrot bars are completely cooled before you try to ice them, because this will just melt down into them if you don't. Do 1/2 cup at a time. You see it's nice and creamy. We'll get this on our cooled bars and I'll show you the final product. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.